Paul was a master of Balerno martial arts. Only Jonas Hill, Spring's oldest son, could compete with his grandfather in martial arts. However, Jonas was currently far away in Shu. He couldn't come back in time. Run! Grandfather is coming this way, Torben suddenly yelled. Everyone looked up and saw Paul changing direction and charging toward them furiously. In an instant, everyone panicked and scattered in fear. Dustin, what are you waiting for? Run now. Patrick turned his head and saw Dustin still standing in place. If you can't stop him, then let me handle it. Dustin replied calmly without evading. Dustin, are you out of your mind? Come here quickly. Patrick's face fell upon witnessing the scene. Ignorant fool. Torben sneered repeatedly. Young people are so ignorant. Do you really think you can withstand my grandfather? Autumn also looked gleeful, wishing Dustin would die in his father's hand. Young man, don't be impulsive. You can't stop my father. Spring shouted, unfazed by the warnings. Dustin walked straight ahead. Kill. Attack. Paul's eyes were bloodshot as he shouted madly. Seeing someone blocking his path, he threw a powerful punch. In an instant, the world seemed to be in chaos. The surrounding plants and trees collapsed one after another. The atmosphere itself seemed to distort. A tremendous boom echoed as Dustin effortlessly caught Paul's earth-shattering punch. The whole area fell into complete silence. The entire garden fell eerily silent. Everyone was stunned by the scene before them. No one had expected Dustin to be able to block Paul's punch. Not only did he block it, he didn't suffer any harm. After all, Paul was once a master of the Balerno martial arts, a grandmaster. His punches and kicks carried the power to shatter mountains and split the earth. How many people in the Hill family could contend with such a terrifying existence? Did he just block the punch? Torben was so shocked that his eyes narrowed in disbelief. In their eyes, Paul represented the pinnacle of power in Millsburg. He could kill a divine-level martial artist with a casual move. How could a doctor who came out of nowhere block a grandmaster's punch? What was going on? Oh my God! Someone actually blocked Mr. Hill's punch. Am I seeing things? Colas's mouth hung open, his jaw almost dropping to the ground. He had thought Dustin was only a genius in medicine, but he never expected Dustin to be so good at martial arts too. Damn it! I didn't know Dustin was so good. Patrick almost jumped up. Opening his mouth wide, he completely disregarded his image. Who exactly is this guy? Spring was shocked and suspicious. Sweat rolled down his forehead. He thought Dustin was seeking death when he approached Paul just now, but he ended up blocking Paul's attack. None of the elite guards from the Hill family could accomplish what the person did. His strength was evident. No. Impossible. Shocked. Autumn shook his head frantically, denying the truth. This kid is in his 20s. How could he block Father's punch? It must be because Father's power has greatly diminished due to his condition. That was why he had the opportunity. That's right. Grandfather is physically weak and in a state of madness. His strength has greatly declined. Otherwise, how could this kid withstand him? Torben echoed. Upon hearing that, everyone nodded in agreement. Indeed, if it wasn't for the fact that Paul was physically weak and severely ill, he could definitely do better than that. In the end, Dustin got lucky and found a loophole to block the punch. Thinking of this, the crowd calmed down. Mr. Hill, sleep well. Dustin paid no attention to the expressions of the people around him. Immediately after blocking Paul's punch, he retrieved a silver needle and pierced it into the lower chest acupoint. Instantly Paul's body went limp, and he fainted on the spot. Young man, how is it? Is my father okay? Spring approached with a group of people. He's out of danger, just a bit weak. He'll be fine after a nap. Dustin shook his head. That's good. Spring sighed in relief. Dustin, you're truly amazing. You actually went head-to-head with my grandfather. I'm impressed. Patrick gave him a thumbs up. What's so impressive about it? If it weren't for grandfather's weakened state, he wouldn't have been able to withstand it. It's just dumb luck, Torben said, feeling somewhat dissatisfied. Then why didn't you step up earlier? You ran away like a rabbit, Patrick taunted. You. Torben was at a loss for words. Paul's power was unquestionable. Who would dare to confront him? All right, let's help Mr. Hill back to rest. Spring gestured, and soon the guards stepped forward and carried Paul into the room.